I had kind of been able to zoom out and like kind of be a little more clear-headed about that feeling of breaking up with somebody. And I remember wanting to really define that, or just find the interesting perspective of, even though I've always been the broken, like being the breaker just feels just as bad. Like it'd be a whole hell of a lot easier if you hated me. You know, like this exact situation of just really zooming in onto the unique perspectives of what that feeling is, you know? I guess it was like the second time we wrote, right? And usually when we write, we'll kind of get together and kind of just, I guess, walk outside of that little table outside your studio, and you'll roll up a cigarette and we'll kind of just talk out our feelings and what we're going through.
It was the day after.
Yeah.
I had, probably for the first time in my life, ended a serious relationship, and you had kind of just gone through that too.
Yeah, I literally had just broken up with this girl too, and it was that feeling of like not making sense about, like, even though I was the one that broke your heart, like, why am I heartbroken?
Well, and even the lyric, isn't it just, they're both just the same?
Yeah.
You know, and the same, I think, means, you know, just as difficult.
Exactly.
But they're actually extremely different.
I was like, I don't mean to be this guy, but like, can we write about this today? Because there's sometimes you're just like, I don't want to write about that. Like, I don't want to talk about it.
Way too soon.
Like,
yeah, you got to give it some time.
and I was like, we have to do this today. Like, I'm sorry, like, it'll hurt, but we got to do it, you know? And I think we wrote that chorus in about 15 minutes.
That was pretty easy.
Like,
well, I think when you have an idea like that you're writing, you can't think about it too much.
I just remember we had some really cool chords going and this little groove, this kind of swung groove. We got the chorus really quick, and then I think you were either out of cigarettes, or I don't know if you had even smoked it. I can't remember.
So the real story was that in this relationship, like 4 or 5 months prior, I had quit smoking for her.
Right.
I think it was, you probably actually forced me back into smoking. I'm not gonna
there
lie.
we go.
And
I remember like thinking about the first verse, and I remember saying like, how long has it been since you quit smoking for this girl? And you said, I don't know, like about 3 months, you know? And I was like, I think I got the first verse, you know? And it's been 3 months since I lit one up, you know? And it just kind of, again, just fell out super quick.
Well, I think, you know, the first verse, now that you say it like that, we were writing it as it was happening.
Right.
It wasn't even like it happened the night before. We were writing that, what was happening in that moment of sort of needing one.
It's been 3 months since I lit one up.
And honestly, it's like, I wanted to make sure, knowing that she would hear it, I just wanted the whole thing to have this undertone of like, she's amazing.
Yeah.
And she's, you know, I never wanted anything from the day after to today. I never wanted a single line in the song to sort of be negative.
Put her in a bad
exactly.
light. Yeah, which it doesn't, you know? And it's just shedding a light on an emotion that we probably will all feel in our lives that doesn't make any sense. And that's what songwriting should be, you know? So
well, thank you for...
Look at that, we're both thanking each other at the same time. Thanks for...
I was gonna thank you for being sadistic on my heartbreak and pain, but yeah.
Yeah, cheers, dude. 1, 2.
It's been 3 months since I lit one up, but I needed something on my lips to get me through. I didn't see this coming when I let you go. I didn't think it'd be this hard getting over you. If I was the one who called it quits, why in the hell do I feel like this? If saying goodbye was for the best, and tell me, why am I such a goddamn mess? If I was the one who broke your heart, why am I so torn apart? If I was the one who laid our love and let it burn, why am I breathing in this secondhand hurt? Oh, if you hated me, maybe then it wouldn't cut so deep. Maybe then I could get some sleep, knowing you weren't dying, crying. Nobody told me how hard it is to be the breaker. I've always only been the broken, left lonesome, but they both just feel the same. If I was the one who called it quits, why in the hell do I feel like this? If saying goodbye was for the best, and tell me, why am I such a goddamn mess? If I was the one who broke your heart, why am I so torn apart? If I was the one that lit our love and let it burn, why am I breathing in this secondhand hurt? Oh, this secondhand hurt. Any other fool, he probably would have stayed with you, would have waited for you to leave. I guess the joke's on me, 'cause I'm just left here wondering, if I was the one who called it quits, why in the hell do I feel like this? If saying goodbye was for the best, and tell me, why am I such a goddamn mess? If I was the one who broke your heart, why am I so torn apart? If I was the one that lit our love and let it burn, why am I breathing in this secondhand hurt?